There comes a point in every person's life when silence becomes louder than words. When the world stops clapping, when no one checks in, when nobody cares how tired you are or how hard you've tried, and that's when the real test begins. That's the moment you find out who you really are. Because when there's no audience, no recognition, no support, only one thing will keep you moving forward: your hunger. The hunger to prove, not to others, but to yourself, that you can rise, that you can build, that you can turn nothing into something. The truth is, nobody cares about your excuses, your problems, or your setbacks. People are too busy fighting their own battles. And that's okay, because you don't need them to care. You don't need anyone's permission to go after what's yours. What you need is discipline, consistency, and a work ethic so strong that it speaks louder than your pain. You don't have to announce your struggles. Your results will do the talking. This world doesn't hand out success. It doesn't reward wishes. It rewards those who show up every single day, even when motivation is gone, even when the path is unclear, even when everything inside them says to stop. That's where winners are made, in silence, in struggle, in moments when no one's watching. So if you feel overlooked, if you feel like no one sees your effort, good, that's your advantage. Because when nobody cares, there's no pressure to impress, only the chance to improve. Keep working hard in the dark. Keep building when nobody believes in you. Because one day, the same people who ignored your effort will ask how you did it. And the answer will be simple. You stayed when they quit. You worked when they rested. You believed when no one else did. Nobody cares. Keep working hard, because one day they will. Part 1. The harsh truth. Nobody cares about your excuses. The truth is simple but often hard to face. Nobody cares about your excuses. People may listen, they may nod, but deep down, everyone is focused on their own lives, their own battles, their own struggles. The world doesn't stop because you're tired. It doesn't pause because things didn't go as planned. So, you can complain, but complaints never move you forward. What moves you forward is your effort, your discipline, and your decision to stand up and keep going when no one else notices. That's the reality most people don't want to hear. They want sympathy when what they really need is strength. Every day you have two choices. You can focus on how unfair things are, or you can use that energy to get better. People who win in life don't wait for someone to care. They build a life that demands attention through action and results. Nobody will hand you success, and nobody owes you recognition. If you keep chasing approval, you'll stay stuck. The people you look up to today worked in silence for years. They were not waiting for someone to cheer for them. They showed up day after day when no one was watching. That's how progress happens. That's how real growth takes root. Excuses are easy because they make you feel better for a moment. You can tell yourself that you didn't have time, that things were too hard, that you weren't given the right opportunity. But those stories won't change anything. They might comfort you for a few minutes, but they also chain you to the same place. When you stop making excuses, you start taking control. Responsibility is not a burden, it's freedom. Because once you accept that you are in charge, you also realize that no one can stop you except you. There's a certain peace that comes when you stop explaining yourself to everyone. You no longer waste energy trying to make people understand what you're doing or why it matters. You learn that results speak louder than any words. You start focusing on the process instead of the opinions. And something powerful happens when you do that. You become unstoppable. Because when you don't depend on others to keep you going, your strength becomes your own. You start pushing harder, not because someone told you to, but because you know where you're headed. You might feel invisible right now. You might feel like no one notices how hard you're trying, but that's exactly how growth looks in the beginning. You put in the work, you fail, you learn, and you keep showing up. There's no applause, no recognition, just quiet effort. It feels lonely, but that loneliness builds something important. It builds character. The people who keep going in the dark eventually shine in the light. The ones who quit never find out what they could have become. Think about this. Every great athlete, every successful entrepreneur, every strong person you admire started out unknown. They didn't have a crowd cheering them on. They had doubt, struggle, and a dream. They stayed consistent when it was uncomfortable. They were not special. They were focused. They didn't wait to feel motivated. They acted because discipline took over when motivation disappeared. The truth is, the world rewards results, not reasons. It rewards consistency, not complaints. Hard work might not pay off right away, but it always leaves a mark. The hours you put in, the effort you give when no one's watching, it builds you. It shapes how you think, how you act, and how you handle life. The journey is slow, but the results are real. Every small effort compounds. Every decision to keep going creates momentum. When people finally see you succeed, they'll call you lucky. But you'll know the truth. It wasn't luck, it was work, it was persistence. It was doing what most people refuse to do when things got hard. There will be moments when you'll want to give up. Times when nothing seems to move forward. You'll question if it's worth it, if all this effort will ever pay off. In those moments, remember that quitting will never make it happen faster. If you stop, you lose everything you've worked for. If you keep going, you stay in the game. Progress takes time. Growth is slow, but both are real when you stay consistent. The pain you feel while working hard is temporary, but the satisfaction of achievement lasts for years. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. You're not competing with others. You're competing with the person you were yesterday. Every day, you get a new chance to move closer to the life you want. It doesn't matter who doubts you. It doesn't matter who ignores you. What matters is that you don't stop. You don't need to announce every step. You just need to take it. Over time, the results will speak so loudly that you won't need to say a word. Remember this every time you feel like no one cares. You're right, they don't. And that's exactly why you must care even more. Care about your dreams, your growth, your future. Care enough to stay disciplined when you're tired. Care enough to show up when no one notices. Because the world doesn't give you attention for effort. It gives you attention for results. If you keep working, if you keep improving, the world will eventually have no choice but to notice. The people who win are not the smartest or the luckiest. They are the ones who never stop moving. They stay focused when others get distracted. They keep pushing when others give up. They don't waste time waiting for perfect conditions. They create progress with what they have, where they are. You don't need approval to succeed. You need courage. You need patience. You need to show up one more time, even when everything inside you says to stop. So keep working hard, stay humble, be disciplined. Don't get lost trying to prove yourself to people who aren't even paying attention. The only proof you need is your own growth. You'll know you're improving when you start feeling more confident, more capable, and more in control of your own story. That's the reward, becoming someone stronger than you were before. The world may not clap for your effort, but your results will. That's what matters. If you keep going, if you keep building, one day you'll look back and realize that nobody caring was the best thing that ever happened to you. Because it forced you to depend on yourself. It pushed you to grow. It made you stronger than you could have imagined. And when success comes, you'll appreciate every lonely night, every moment of doubt, every hard day. Because those moments made you who you are. Nobody cares, and that's your advantage. Keep working hard. Part 2, discipline over emotion. Discipline is the bridge between wanting a better life and actually living it. Emotion comes and goes. One day you feel unstoppable, the next you can't find the energy to even start. That's why discipline matters more than how you feel. Feelings are unstable, but discipline is a decision you make once and keep following every day. When you build a life around discipline, you don't depend on the mood you wake up with. You do what needs to be done because your goals demand it, not because you happen to feel like it. That's where true strength comes from, doing the work even when your emotions argue against it. There will be mornings when you wake up tired, when motivation is nowhere to be found. In those moments, emotion tells you to rest, to skip, to quit. Discipline whispers something different. It says, do it anyway. It reminds you that progress doesn't wait for comfort. It doesn't care if you're tired or frustrated. It rewards consistency. Every day you show up, you train your mind to lead instead of follow. Discipline is not punishment. It's self-respect. It's a way of telling yourself that your goals are more important than your excuses. Most people lose because they depend on motivation. They wait for the right feeling before they act, and when that feeling disappears, so does their effort. The truth is, successful people act first and let emotion catch up later. They work even when they're not inspired. They know that action creates emotion, not the other way around. You can't wait for inspiration to find you. You have to build habits that make action automatic. Discipline builds those habits. Once you make a promise to yourself and keep it long enough, it becomes part of who you are. Not easy to stay disciplined. There will always be distractions. Friends inviting you out when you should be studying, comfort calling, when the work gets hard, social media pulling your attention. But every time you choose discipline over distraction, you strengthen your willpower. That's what separates the average from the excellent. You start realizing that discipline gives you control over your life. You stop living by how you feel and start living by what you want. That shift changes everything. Think about how good it feels when you finally do what you said you would. When you finish that workout, complete that task, or stick to that plan, there's a quiet confidence that builds inside you. You begin to trust yourself. You stop breaking promises to your own mind. That's what discipline does. It builds trust within. Once you trust yourself, you stop seeking validation from others. You stop needing someone to tell you you're doing great. You already know it. You can feel it in the way you move, the way you think, the way you live. There's a certain freedom that comes with being disciplined. People often think discipline limits them, but it's the opposite. When you have discipline, you gain control. You know where your time goes. You know what you're building toward. You don't waste energy on things that don't matter. Discipline clears your path so you can move forward with focus and direction. Without it, you drift. You spend your days reacting to life instead of creating it. Discipline puts you in charge again. The hard truth is, your emotions will try to control you every single day. They'll tell you that you're too tired, that you deserve a break, that one missed day won't matter. But discipline sees through those lies. It reminds you of the bigger picture. It reminds you why you started. It doesn't allow you to trade long-term progress for short-term comfort. Discipline gives you the ability to say no to laziness, to distraction, to weakness. And every time you say no to the easy path, you say yes to growth. People who live by discipline don't have perfect days. They just refuse to give up on the bad ones. When the plan falls apart, they don't walk away. They adjust. They understand that consistency matters more than perfection. You don't need to win every day. You just need to keep showing up. The person who keeps showing up, even when it's tough, always ends up ahead of the person who only works when it's easy. Over time, discipline becomes your identity. It's not something you have to force anymore. It becomes natural. You stop arguing with yourself about what to do. You just do it. You stop negotiating with your excuses. You stop letting feelings decide your future. You start to live with intention. You start to see that every small decision adds up. You look back one day and realize that discipline built the life you wanted. Not luck, not emotion. Discipline. It's okay to have emotions. It's okay to feel tired or upset or unmotivated. But what's not okay is letting those feelings make your choices for you. If you rely on how you feel, your future will always be unstable. Some days you'll move forward, and others you'll fall behind. But if you rely on discipline, you'll always find your way back. It doesn't matter how many times you stumble. Discipline will keep you grounded. It will pull you back up when everything else feels heavy. You have to train your mind the same way you train your body. The more you practice discipline, the stronger it gets. At first, it's uncomfortable. You'll want to quit. You'll tell yourself you'll do it tomorrow. But each time you push through, it becomes easier. Discipline becomes your default mode. And once it does, you'll start achieving things that once felt impossible. Because now, you don't need to feel ready, you just act. You move forward no matter what. People often look for motivation videos, quotes, or speeches to get started. Those things can help, but they don't last. Motivation fades, discipline stays. It's the quiet force that keeps you moving when the excitement is gone. It's the difference between wishing for success and earning it. If you can master discipline, you can master your life. Because no matter what happens, good days, bad days, stress, pressure, discipline will keep you steady. So focus on building discipline, train it like a muscle, feed it daily with small wins, consistent effort, and honest work. Choose discipline over emotion, because emotion will lie to you, but discipline will build you. It's not about being perfect, it's about being consistent, one action at a time, one decision at a time. That's how you turn dreams into results. Emotion fades, discipline lasts. And the person who chooses discipline always finds a way to win. Part 3, the power of consistent effort. Consistency is what separates dreamers from achievers. It's not the big moments that define your success, but the small, repeated actions that you choose to do every single day. The truth is, most people don't fail because they don't have talent or potential. They fail because they can't stay consistent long enough to see results. They start strong, full of energy and motivation, but when life gets hard, they slow down or stop. The ones who make it are the ones who stay, even when it's hard, even when no one's watching, even when progress feels invisible. There's something powerful about showing up daily. Even when you're tired, even when progress feels slow, that daily effort builds momentum. It shapes your character and strengthens your discipline. You begin to realize that consistency isn't about perfection. It's about persistence. You can have a bad day, but what matters is that you come back the next day and do something. It doesn't have to be huge. It just has to be honest effort. Over time, those small actions add up into something you never thought possible. The reason consistency works is simple. It builds trust with yourself. Every time you follow through on what you said you would do, you prove to your mind that you can rely on your own word. And when you trust yourself, everything changes. You stop starting over. You stop doubting your ability to finish. You become steady, focused, reliable. Consistency is not about intensity, it's about commitment. Anyone can give their all for one day. The question is, can you give effort for 100 days in a row? Think about your goals right now. Whatever you want, a healthier body, more money, better skills, a stronger mindset, it all comes from doing the right things repeatedly. You don't build muscle from one workout. You don't master a skill after one try. You don't change your life after one good day. Real growth takes time, and that's what discourages most people. They want instant results, but success doesn't work on your schedule. It comes when you prove through consistency that you're serious. The process always rewards the patient and the persistent. The biggest mistake people make is quitting right before things start to work. They put in effort for a few weeks, see little progress, and assume it's not working. But consistency is quiet. It doesn't always show results right away. Sometimes it's like planting a seed. You water it, you take care of it, and for a while, nothing seems to happen. But beneath the surface, roots are growing. Then one day, everything you've worked for begins to show. That's how progress really happens. Consistency also makes success predictable. When you stick to your plan, you stop leaving your progress up to chance. You control your pace, your habits, your results. You no longer depend on motivation because consistency has become your system. The same way the sun rises every morning, you rise and do what needs to be done. That's how people build businesses, strong bodies, and meaningful lives. They show up when it's easy and when it's not. They do the work without waiting for perfect timing. It's easy to get distracted by others who seem to be moving faster. You might see someone online succeeding in months while you've been at it for years. But what you don't see are the countless hours behind their success. The patience, the routine, the consistency that built their foundation. You can't compare your chapter 2 to someone else's chapter 10. Everyone's timeline is different, but the rule is the same. Stay consistent and you'll grow. Break the habit of comparing and focus on improving your own process. Every time you stay consistent, even when it's boring or repetitive, you're reinforcing your ability to handle bigger goals. You're training your mind to endure. Success isn't about always feeling inspired, it's about developing endurance. The ability to keep going even when the spark fades. When you master consistency, you don't rely on hype, you rely on discipline. You understand that each day is a step forward, even if it's small. That's how you win long term, by stacking one solid day after another. It's okay if progress feels slow. Fast progress often fades just as quickly. Slow growth, built through consistency, lasts. When you build slowly, you learn, you adapt, and you develop the strength to handle success when it arrives. The people who rise too fast often fall just as fast because they never built the habits to sustain their success. Consistency is what makes your progress permanent. It builds not just results, but resilience. There will be days when you want to quit. You'll feel like your effort doesn't matter, like nobody notices. But that's the exact moment when consistency matters most. Because every time you push through that feeling, you grow stronger mentally. You prove that your commitment is real. You train your mind to keep promises no matter the circumstances. That's what separates ordinary from extraordinary. The ability to stay consistent when emotions fade. Consistency doesn't mean you won't fail or make mistakes. It means you keep going despite them. You'll mess up, you'll miss a few days, you'll feel unmotivated, but as long as you return, you're still winning. The key is not perfection, it's persistence. Success is built by those who refuse to stop. The habit of returning again and again is what creates excellence. Each time you come back, you get better. You learn, you adapt, you grow. What bäst to personali skapa? In time, people will notice. They'll see the results, the improvement, the change. But by then, it won't even matter as much to you because you'll already have something more valuable, self-mastery. You'll know you can depend on yourself. That's what consistency gives you. It teaches you that you are capable of change, that you have control over your future, and that you don't need to rush the process to get where you're meant to be. So stay consistent. Keep working when it's slow. Keep showing up when it's quiet. Keep doing the small things every single day. They don't look like much now, but one day they'll become the foundation of something incredible. Every drop of effort you give adds up. Every step, no matter how small, moves you forward. That's how real success is built, not overnight, but over time through the power of consistent effort. Part 4, turning pain into progress. Pain is not the enemy. It's proof that you're pushing beyond comfort, that you're growing. Every person who has ever achieved something great has faced pain, physical, emotional, or mental. The difference between those who quit and those who rise is how they respond to it. Pain can break you or it can build you. It depends on what you do with it. If you run from it, you stay the same. If you face it, you come out stronger, wiser, and more focused than before. Life will test you. It won't always be fair. You'll lose things you thought you needed. You'll be misunderstood, rejected, and overlooked. There will be days when nothing seems to go right, when you feel like all your effort is wasted. But those are the days that shape you the most. When you learn to take that pain and turn it into fuel, you stop being a victim and start being a creator of your own life. Pain doesn't go away easily, but it can be transformed into purpose. The truth is, comfort never made anyone stronger. If everything came easy, you'd never learn discipline, patience, or resilience. The challenges you face are not there to stop you. They're there to prepare you. When life gets hard, it's giving you a chance to grow tougher. Every time you push through pain, you're building mental strength that can't be faked or taught. You start to understand that pain is not a punishment. It's a teacher. It teaches you about limits, and then it shows you how to break them. You'll never appreciate success if you haven't tasted struggle. The long nights, the failures, the times you wanted to give up, those are the moments that will make victory mean something. Without pain, there's no growth. Without struggle, there's no strength. If everything came easy, the reward wouldn't feel earned. So when things get tough, don't look for a way out. Look for what it's teaching you. Pain has lessons hidden inside it, lessons that only show up when you refuse to quit. When you experience setbacks, it's easy to start doubting yourself. You start thinking maybe it's not worth it. Maybe you're not good enough. Maybe the dream was too big. But those thoughts are temporary. They're just noise created by discomfort. Pain wants to make you stop, but that's exactly when you have to go harder. Every great story of success started with someone who refused to let pain decide their future. They took the hurt and used it as motivation. It's in the moments of pain that you discover who you really are. When life strips away the comfort, you see your real strength. You learn to rely on yourself, to believe in your ability to overcome. You begin to trust your own endurance. You realize that no matter how hard it gets, you can survive it. You can grow through it. You can use it to build something meaningful. Pain has a way of introducing you to your power. It's uncomfortable, but it's honest. You might be in a place right now where everything feels heavy. You might be tired of fighting, tired of waiting for a break. But remember this, every struggle has an expiration date. It doesn't last forever. The pain you feel today is preparing you for the strength you'll need tomorrow. You're being shaped into the person who can handle what you've been asking for. Growth always comes before reward. You have to be strong enough to carry success when it arrives. Pain gives you that strength. Don't waste your pain. Too many people try to numb it, ignore it, or complain about it. But pain has energy. It can be turned into something powerful. Use it to work harder. Use it to stay focused. Use it to remind yourself why you started. Every setback, every rejection, every disappointment is a reminder that you're still in the game. The fact that you're feeling it means you care. Pain is not weakness, it's a sign of passion. It means you're pushing for something that matters. The truth is, life won't stop challenging you. Once you overcome one level, there's always another. That's how you grow. You're not supposed to stay comfortable forever. Each new challenge will demand a stronger version of you, and that strength will only come through pressure. Just like your muscles need resistance to grow, your mind needs challenge to develop. Pain is resistance. It's pressure. It's the tool that shapes you into who you're meant to become. You have two choices when pain comes. You can either let it make you bitter or let it make you better. One leads to anger and regret, the other to growth and purpose. The way you interpret your pain determines what it becomes. If you see it as unfair, it will drain you. If you see it as an opportunity to grow, it will drive you. Perspective changes everything. Instead of asking, why me? Start asking, what can I learn from this? That question turns pain into progress. There's something powerful about people who refuse to break under pressure. They move differently. They carry a quiet strength because they've been through storms and survived. You can feel it in their presence. They don't talk about how tough they are, they just keep moving. That's what pain does. It refines you. It takes away the unnecessary and leaves you with a stronger, wiser, and more grounded version of yourself. One day, the things that hurt you will become the reason you succeed. You'll look back and realize that every painful experience was pushing you toward something greater. The closed doors, the failures, the heartbreak, all of it was redirecting you, shaping you, preparing you. Nothing was wasted. Every bit of pain had a purpose. The people who win in life are not the ones who never suffer. They're the ones who refuse to waste their suffering. So don't run from your pain. Don't hide from it. Face it, use it, grow from it. Every moment of struggle is a chance to build strength that will last a lifetime. When you learn to turn pain into progress, you stop fearing hardship. You stop waiting for life to get easier. Instead, you get tougher. That's how you win. Not by avoiding pain, but by mastering it. Keep pushing forward. Keep growing. Your strength is being built right now, one painful moment at a time. Part 5. Success earned, never given. Never given. Success is not something you stumble upon. It's something you earn through relentless effort, patience, and commitment. Every victory, every accomplishment, every breakthrough, none of it is handed to you. It's built from long hours, unseen struggles, and moments of doubt that you push through anyway. The truth is, nobody gives you success. You have to create it. You'll have to work for it when it's uncomfortable, stay focused when it's boring, and keep believing when results take too long to appear. The price of achievement. People often look at those who've made it and think they're lucky. They don't see the early mornings, the late nights, the sacrifices that success demands. They don't see the failures that came before the breakthrough. They see the highlight, not the grind. But those who truly earn success know it never comes easy. It comes after years of effort that most people would never notice. It comes from doing the hard things when no one's watching, from choosing discipline over distraction, and from refusing to quit even when progress is invisible. Success demands consistency. It's not about how hard you work one day, it's about how long you can stay focused. Anyone can give effort for a short time, but true achievement comes when you keep going after the excitement fades. When the results are slow, you don't stop. When the world is silent, you don't lose faith. That's how success is built, quietly, steadily, through repetition and dedication. Every small action you take compounds into something powerful. The reason success is earned and never given is because it tests your character. You can't buy discipline. You can't fake persistence. You have to live through the grind to develop the strength needed to hold success when it arrives. The journey itself is what shapes you into the kind of person who can handle it. If it were given easily, it wouldn't mean anything. The struggle gives it value. The effort gives it purpose. Without the work, success feels empty. With it, it becomes a reflection of who you become. The road to success is lonely sometimes. People won't always understand your dedication. They might call you obsessed or think you're wasting time. They don't see what you see. They don't feel the fire inside you. That's why success is earned. It's personal. It's something you build with your own hands, guided by your own belief, powered by your own sacrifices. You can't expect anyone else to carry your dream for you. It's your responsibility, your effort, your outcome. You'll fail along the way. You'll make mistakes, take wrong turns, and face moments that test your patience. That's part of earning success. Every failure teaches you something important: how to adapt, how to stay humble, how to rebuild. The people who keep winning are not those who never fail. They're the ones who don't let failure end their story. They learn, adjust, and return stronger. Success doesn't belong to the perfect, it belongs to the persistent. There will be times when it feels like all your effort isn't paying off. You'll wonder if it's even worth it, but success takes time to show itself. Just because you can't see it yet doesn't mean it's not happening. Every bit of effort, every small improvement, every act of persistence is moving you forward. You're building something that others can't see. One day, the results will show, and everyone will call it success. But you'll know it was just the accumulation of thousands of small choices to keep going. Success doesn't require talent as much as it requires endurance. There are countless talented people who never make it because they give up when it gets hard. Talent can open a door, but hard work keeps it open. The ones who rise are not always the most gifted, but the most consistent. They put in effort even when motivation fades. They work through exhaustion. They chase improvement, not perfection. They know that success is earned, and they treat every day as an opportunity to earn it again. You also have to understand that success comes with sacrifice. You can't have everything at once. You'll have to give up comfort, distractions, and sometimes even people who don't support your vision. You can't grow and stay the same. Every step forward requires letting go of something that holds you back. It's not easy, but that's why not everyone succeeds. Most people want the reward without the cost, but those who truly want it are willing to pay the price: time, energy, patience, and dedication. What makes success beautiful is that it's fair. Life might not be fair, but success is. It doesn't care about your background, your past, or what others think of you. It only cares about your effort. If you work, you grow. If you stay committed, you progress. The world rewards consistency, not excuses. Success doesn't come from wishing. It comes from working. Every time you choose effort over comfort, you're moving closer. Every time you push through doubt, you're earning your place. When success finally arrives, it won't feel like luck. It will feel like confirmation. You'll look back at the nights you worked in silence, the times you were alone with your thoughts, the moments you wanted to quit, and you'll realize it was all worth it, because you'll know you earned it. You'll know you built it with your own effort, your own discipline, your own willpower. No one can take that away from you. Success earned through hard work gives you more than achievement. It gives you pride. It gives you confidence that no matter what happens next, you can build again. You've developed the habits, the mindset, and the resilience to recreate success anywhere. That's what makes it powerful. You didn't just reach a goal, you became the kind of person who achieves goals. So keep working hard, stay focused, be patient. Don't wait for anyone to give you a break. Create your own. Don't chase shortcuts. They'll only take you back to the start. The real reward is in the process. The long days, the quiet effort, the constant improvement, that's where you earn your future. Success isn't given, it's built. Every hour you spend working, every sacrifice you make, every time you choose discipline over comfort, you're earning what others only dream about. Keep building, keep earning. Your time will come. In the end, everything comes down to one simple truth. The work always speaks louder than words. No matter who doubted you, who ignored you, or who never believed, your consistency will make them notice. You don't need applause to stay driven. You just need the courage to keep going when it's quiet, the patience to build when it's slow, and the strength to believe when no one else does. Keep working hard, keep growing, because the world may not care now, but one day Your results will make them listen. And when that day comes, you'll know it wasn't luck, it was you.